We're moving on to the next page. Bholi did not know what exactly a school was like. She doesn't know. She has never heard about a school because there was no school in the village and what happened there, what they are going to do with her there. But she was glad to find so many girls amongst of her own age present there. So she was happy that there were so many other girls, those who are of her own age, almost the friends. She hoped that one of these girls might become her friend. Obviously, when there are so many girls, they will become friends. The lady teacher who was in the class was saying something to the girls. Teacher was there already and she was telling something to the girl, but Bholi could not understand nothing. She was not able to understand anything. She looked at the pictures on the wall because so many pictures were there on the walls. She was just trying to look at those pictures. Just the colors fascinated her. Colors attracted her, impressed her. The horse was brown just like the horse on which the Tehsildar had come to visit their village. She was trying to relate all these things to the day-to-day life. The horse was of the same color. Obviously, when you are going to paint the horse, you will draw or paint it brown in color. The goat was black like the goat of their neighbor. The parrot was green, obviously the parrot that she had seen in the mango orchard in the small garden. She had seen the parrot of green color, and the cow that was just like the Lakshmi. And suddenly Boli noticed that the teacher was standing by her side, smiling at her. Now teacher came to her. She wanted to say something to her. What is your name, little one? Because she is a new one. So she was to give her introduction. The teacher asked, what is your name? Now she used to stammer. She was not able to speak. She could stammer. She could stammer no further than that. She couldn't speak it out. Then she began to cry, and tears flowed from her eyes in a helpless flood. She kept her head down as she sat in her corner, not daring to look up at the girls. She was not able to see the girls because she was feeling now embarrassed. She is not able to speak her name clearly. They were all must be laughing at her, so she was not able to face anybody she knew were still laughing at her. When the school bell rang, now the class was over, all the girls screwed out of the classroom. They just hurried out, went out of the classroom, but Bholi dared not leave the corner. She was not able to move from her seat, her head still lowered. She was still feeling embarrassed, ashamed. She kept on sobbing. She was still in tears. Bholi. The teacher's voice was so soft and soothing. It was comfortable, feeling smooth comfort in her in all her life. She had never had been like called like that. Nobody called her like that. So politely, so comfortingly, it touched her heart. She felt emotional. Get up, said the teacher. It was not a command. Obviously, she said get up, but not in an ordering way, but just a friendly suggestion. Bholi got up. Now tell me your name. Sweat broke out over her whole body. She was totally drenched with the sweating, but she was not able still to speak out. What to say? Would her would her stammering tongue again disgrace her? If she would like to speak it out, again she will have to feel embarrassed for the sake of this kind woman. However, she decided to make an effort. She decided to try once more. She had such a soothing voice because she just comforted her so much she would not laugh at her. It was sure. Holy, she began to stammer. Well done, the teacher encouraged. Teacher gave motivation to her. Come on, now the full name. You can speak. Holy, at last she was able to say it and felt relieved. Now she was relaxed, felt free from any tension, as if it was a great achievement. She has done something great in life. Well done. The teacher patted, gave some sort of encouragement on the back, her affectionately with very love and care, and said, put that fear out of your heart. You need not to fear at all, and you will be able to speak like anyone else. You will learn to speak very soon, so no need to feel embarrassed. Molly looked up as if to ask, really? She wanted to confirm it from the teacher that what she was saying is it right? Yes. Yes, yes, it will be very soon, very easy. You will say, just you just come to school every day. Will you come? She asked. Bholi nodded, shook her head, gave expression that she will definitely come. Yes, and Bholi herself was astonished that she had been able to say it. Now she was able to speak it clearly. Didn't I tell you? Now take this book. The book was full of nice pictures. The teacher gave her a book, and the book was filled with colorful pictures. Pictures were in colors: the dog, the cat, the horse, parrot, tiger, and a cow, just like Lakshmi. Lakshmi was their own cow, and with every picture was a word in big black letters. That means it was a primer. It was a book given to the student of a primary class to read in 1 month. Now you will be able to read this book. I assure you, within a month you will read this book yourself. Then I will give you the bigger book, the another one, then a still bigger one. Time will you In time you will see, you will learn more than anyone else in the village. Then no one will ever be able to laugh at you. Be sure, nobody will be able to make fun of you. People will listen to you and will respect that too. And you will be able to speak without the slightest stammer, without giving even a pause like this. Understand? Now go home and come back early tomorrow morning. Bholi felt as if suddenly all the bells in the village temple were ringing. Something auspicious is going to take place, and the trees in front of the schoolhouse had blossomed with big red flowers. Everything was blooming, like everything was giving color to her life. Her heart was throbbing. It was just, you can say, pulsating, feel palpitation with a new hope and a new life. Now read and try to find out the meaning. Why do Bholi's parents accept Bishambar's marriage proposal? Now she will go to school, she will learn everything, and now she is able to get married. Then they received a proposal. Then why the parents accepted that proposal? Why does the marriage not take place? But what happened? Why she didn't marry the man? Now we will come to read. Thus years passed. Now she used to go to school daily. The village became a small town. The progress was going on. The little primary school became the high school up to class 10th. There were now a cinema under a tin shed and a cotton ginning mill. That was cotton ginning mill where you used to get the cotton from the seed. That was there. The mail train began to stop at their railway station. One night after dinner, Ramlal said to his wife, they didn't know what is going on in Bholi's life. Now one day, the husband and wife, they were discussing something. Then shall I accept Bishambar's proposal for Sulekha, for Bholi? Yes, certainly, his wife said. Bholi will be lucky to get such a well-to-do bridegroom. Well-to-do is financially good, rich, a big shop. The man was possessing a big shop, a house of his own, and I heard several thousand in the bank. Somebody told me he is having such a cash money in the bank. Moreover, he is not asking for any dowry. He is not demanding anything. That's right, but he is not so young. Almost the same the age as I am. He's an old man, and he also limps. He is not able to walk properly. Moreover, the children from his first wife are quite grown up. The first wife has died, and he is having the children from her, and they are almost grown up, like Bholi's age. So, will it be alright?